Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Halloween Cup, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Drifblim. Drifblim, always a fun Pokemon to use, especially in the Halloween Cup. Drifblim with the Ghost Flying typings, actually, it's quite a unique typing. You don't see that typing very often, and its moveset is really amazing as well. The reason why we landed on Drifblim with this team is because I really wanted to address the potential Nidoqueen lead, because as overpowered as Nidoqueen can be, you can bet the bottom dollar that you will run into it on the lead quite a bit in the Halloween Cup. So I wanted to build a team to really address that, and landed on Drifblim in the lead with this team, and it was amazing. And also on this team, we've got Toxicroak. Toxicroak can also handle Nidoqueen with that poison fighting typing. You resist the fast move pressure, and you have access to Mud Bomb, of course, which does tons of super effective damage to those strong poison types that you will definitely see in the Halloween Cup. Toxicroak is amazing because it also handles the dark types, which Drifblim wants nothing to do with. So Toxicroak on the safe swap can be quite powerful. You just really have to prioritize your shields appropriately for Toxicroak, as it is on the squishier side. But my goodness, does it compensate with how hard it hits. Toxicroak, always amazing. So we wanted some coverage for the strong dark types. And also for that reason, we've got Scrafty in the back for some added dark type coverage. Because if you ever run a ghost type lead, you want to make sure you addressed the weakness to dark types. And my goodness, do you have that with Scrafty in the back. Nothing shuts down a strong dark type quite like a Scrafty. And Scrafty is going to work as the closer on this team, complements Drifblim's dark type weakness extremely well, all while Drifblim addressing Scrafty's weakness of opposing fighters like Toxicroak and poison types, pure poison types, mostly Nidoqueen. Scrafty does struggle against Nidoqueen. So yeah, speaking of Nidoqueen, I really wanted to address the ever so popular Nidoqueen lead. I originally thought about using Jellicent, and actually did run Jellicent with this team for one battle, but then realized how vulnerable this team was to Mandibuzz. So we landed on Drifblim in the end. Had a blast with Drifblim on this team in the Halloween Cup. It is amazing. Has very good coverage on the meta as well. And speaking of, in bonus battle number 1 of the video, picking up the Nidoqueen lead right on cue. You love to see it. And they're staying in, so they either don't know that this is a terrible lead for them, or they might be a little overconfident in their overpowered Shadow Nidoqueen. But either way, we're going to take full advantage of that. Drifblim, of course, has access to super effective Icy Winds, and we draw a shield. That is amazing. So we are resisting this fast move pressure, so we have nothing to worry about. We're going to look to go for another Icy Wind. No need to overfarm and threaten with a Shadow Ball. Icy Wind is more than enough to handle Nidoqueen. And we grab both shields, so that means something does not want to see Drifblim on their team. So we're going to tank this and go into Toxicroak. Shields are down on their end. That is amazing. That is the power of Drifblim. And this is just a Poison Fang, but lost count, not gonna lie guys, we shielded up a resisted Poison Fang. That is quite all right. And they meet us with a Venomoth. So this is interesting because it runs Confusion and it absolutely melts away our Toxicroak. Holy smokes. So Venomoth does have access to Poison Fang and Silver Wind, or I believe it can also run Bug Buzz, but all of that is resisted by Drifblim, so we don't have to worry about it. But our Drifblim is getting very low, and these neutral Confusions are just going to be enough to take us out. So the pressure is on Scrafty. That Nidoqueen is still relatively healthy. We're not going to go down on shields against this Venomoth. We don't know what else they have in the back. So we're going to look to counter down the poison bug type. Holy smokes. But we were resisting that fast move pressure. And the Nidoqueen comes back in, trying to likely get off a debuff, but we're not letting that happen. We're going to get rid of that Nidoqueen before they could debuff us. And they've got a Mandibuzz left. Oh, man. Things are getting interesting now, guys. We are right at around 50% of our health, but we are up a shield. So the pressure is on Scrafty to rise to the occasion here against this Mandibuzz that is as tanky as a Pokemon can get. We know that at this health range, we can tank one Aerial Ace coming from the Mandibuzz. So we're going to tank that. It does get us low, but this Mandibuzz is running Snarl, which is double resisted. If this Mandibuzz was running Air Slash, it would be lights out for us. But because it's running Snarl and they have very little fast move pressure, we are able to hang in here, shield up this Aerial Ace, and we just need to get to one more boosted power punch. We get to it. Holy smokes, Scrafty coming in clutch, taking out the Mandibuzz. And my goodness, what a start to the Halloween Cup. That is going to be a good game. Well played to our opponent. Starting things off with a bang with a few bonus battles. We got a few bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun in the Halloween Cup. And here we go. Bonus battle number 2. Before we get into the featured set, we are met with an Umbreon. Awfully going to go right into Toxicroak. And they were slow on the swap, and they bring in their own Toxicroak. So, guys, whenever they swap in, he who swaps in last into the mirror matchup loses the mirror matchup. Guys, always remember that. So if you're faced with that in your battles, know that if you swap fast enough and they swap into a mirror matchup, you will win it. We got ahead by 2 counters by my count, and that means that we win. We can easily take this to the 2 shield if necessary. We know that they have an Umbreon, and we know that we have a solid answer to that Umbreon in the back on our team. So all we have to do is play out this mirror matchup to perfection, going to the 2 shield. We were ahead on energy, so we're going to take out this Toxicroak and flip switch advantage in the Halloween Cup. You'll love to see it. That's the power of Toxicroak right there. And they've got a Nidoqueen, and we've got some health to spare, enough health to get to a super effective Mud Bomb. Shields are down. It's going to be tons of super effective damage to the Nidoqueen. This is why I love Toxicroak. Such a strong Pokemon. So we can easily align our Drifblim to that Nidoqueen. They come back in with the Umbreon, and it is Scrafty time in the Halloween Cup. This Umbreon does not have a prayer. It is just about over. All we have to do is power a punch and counter down this Umbreon. Our way to victory in bonus battle number 2, and it is just about lights out for them. That Umbreon did not have a prayer. They saw the writing on the wall. They decided to save everyone some time and concede the match. That is going to be a good game. Well played. Man, that last battle came down to that crucial mid-game matchup in the mirror matchup with the opposing Toxicroak. And it's so amazing. Toxicroak is one of the best. And here we go. Mandibuzz lead, guys. I'm sure many of you were wondering how this team handles Mandibuzz. We are about to find out, guys. Drifblim, of course, has access to the super effective Icy Winds. So the way I like to play this is we do win CMP. So I will go to the CMP on their 4 cycle, because Mandibuzz goes 4, then 3, then 4 if it's running Snarl. We tried to catch a foul play, but they overfarmed by 1 and went for the super effective Aerial Ace, and then they make a play into a Toxicroak of their own. So this is a little different. They decide to expend a shield. We're not going to do that. We're going to let our Toxicroak go down because we know that our Drifblim can handle the Toxicroak, and we want to save shields just in case we have to duke it out with that Mandibuzz. We want to have a shield advantage, so gonna tank the potential Sludge Bomb. It is resisted, but it does quite a bit more damage than you'd like to see. That is resisted, my goodness. Toxicroak hits like a truck. So we're going to overfarm by quite a bit and look to get rid of the Toxicroak. We don't want to have to shield up a resisted Sludge Bomb, so we say bye-bye Toxicroak. And of course, they come back in with the Mandibuzz. That is why we overfarm by quite a bit to really pressure this Mandibuzz with some super effective Icy Winds, and they tank it because they can. But often I find a lot of Mandibuzz players get a little overconfident with that immense bulk, And before they know it, they are getting extremely low. And we grab the final shield from the Mandibuzz. So we're going into Scrafty. They meet us with a Venusaur. Now, typically, in even shields, this would be a terrible matchup for us. But we are up 2 shields. And we did get ahead a little bit on that Mandibuzz on energy. So what we're going to do is obviously shield up the busted Frenzy Plant. That would do tons of damage to us. And we're going to look to just get rid of the Mandibuzz, or the Venusaur, excuse me. Going to get rid of it with a Foul Play. And now we're looking pretty good. And they knew that. Mandibuzz was really low and was not going to withstand our onslaught. Good game, well played. So that is just one really good example of how this team handles Mandibuzz. Not that big of a deal, really, guys. And as we move into the featured set of the video, if you like what you're seeing, do give the video a like, as you would really be providing a massive help to the channel. And we are picking up a solid lead in Venusaur, and they meet us with an Azumarill. So, gonna just look to chip this Azumarill with a Shadow Ball with Stab. Of course, it does not KO, but it does chunk quite a bit. Gonna chip and dip into our Toxicroak to play this out. Now, this Azumarill is way ahead on energy, and decided to tank the potential Play Rough because I knew that we could. And gonna look to bait with a Mud Bomb. Of course, this Azumarill, if it wants to flip switch, has to shield because they are just about in Sludge Bomb range. And we do grab a shield. That is amazing. Gonna shield up the next Play Rough and try our very best to flip switch here. But if we really wanted to fight harder for switch, probably should have shielded up the first. Probably should have just played it to the 2 shield, to be honest, because this Azumarill is wanting to go down on shields to preserve switch advantage. We are still up a shield. If we had gone to the 2 shield, we would have flipped switch, but that is quite all right. This Azumarill is at a potential Hydro Pump, so we are going to shield that. And oh man, that is an amazing shield. They went right for that Hydro Pump. It made sense for them to do that, and it made sense to shield, knowing that they have a Venusaur that wants nothing to do with the Drifblim, and they've got a Galvantula. So, my goodness, 3 strong answers to our Scrafty. Gonna just chunk this Galvantula with a Shadow Ball. Holy smokes. And we make a play into our Scrafty. They come back in with the Venusaur, of course. But we did get ahead a little bit on that Galvantula. We do have an energy advantage. Gonna go for the Foul Play, of course. Shields are down. No need to mess around with the Power Up Punch. We can tank a Frenzy Plant, not a problem. Scrafty has some very nice bulk, and we are able to get to another Foul Play, which will absolutely KO the Venusaur and send it packing. And now the question is, can we counter down the Galvantula? And my goodness, Scrafty! Oh man, Scrafty coming in clutch yet again, countering down the Galvantula. That is going to be yet another good game. Well played. It's turned out to be a super solid team for the Halloween Cup, and I had a blast with it in the Halloween Cup. Very fun team. I love running Drifblim. And we are met with a Shadow Tyranitar. This is just about the worst lead you could possibly see with Drifblim. We are absolutely going into Toxicroak, and they meet us with a Jellicent. So, excellent answer to our Toxicroak. All we can really do is just go straight Mud Bomb. They do hit for neutral damage, but Jellicent is super bulky. But they do add up, as most Jellicents, if they are met with a Toxicroak, will overfarm for days, knowing that they can. All the while, Toxicroak just hangs in there and chips away at that health. And they see that they're getting low, so they're going to elect to get rid of us with a Shadow Ball. That is quite all right. So right here, I'm thinking, oh man, what should I do? I decided to come in with Drifblim because I know that Shadow Tyranitar is a nightmare for us, and we get a massive lag spike here. This is awful. Not sure what's going on their end either. But they do decide to throw, so we are going to shield, expecting the Shadow Ball, but it's a Bubble Beam bait, and we decide to heck with this, not messing around, not sure where they are on energy. They just got one of our shields with a bait, just going to get rid of it and make a play into Scrafty here. We absolutely shut down Shadow Tyranitar, and they've got a Drapion in the back, so this is quite all right for us, guys. We can definitely tank a Sludge Bomb, no problem. They are still up a shield. They're gonna have to start shielding at some point. So gonna let this go, whatever it is. We can tank it, no problem. And it's an Aqua Tail. Well, this is looking even better, guys. I can't think of a good reason to really ever run Aqua Tail, especially in the Halloween Cup. And I think that might have been their demise because those Aqua Tails were going to do nothing to Scrafty, and we were just going to counter down, and they conceded the match. So good game, well played. I'm telling you guys, if you were thinking about maybe running Drifblim, wasn't quite sure what a good team would be, this team may just be for you. It was tons of fun, and Drifblim is a very strong pick. And we are met with an XL Pawniard. Very fun pick for the Halloween Cup. It's a terrible matchup, so we're going to go in Toxicroak, and they meet us with a Nidoqueen. So this is quite all right, especially because we got ahead on energy, and they tank the super effective Mud Bomb. That, I'm not sure was very advisable because we're going to shield this up. It could absolutely be an Earth Power, but they do decide to bait, so we're just going to counter down. That was a good shield because we really want to align our Scrafty with the Pawniard in the back. Very fun pick by our opponent, and they meet us with a Jellicent, so this is quite all right. We've maintained alignment, guys. Flipping switch with Toxicroak is invaluable most times, and just go straight Mud Bomb on the Jellicent. They're going to farm for days, as they always do. This is okay. We're going to just keep going for these Mud Bombs. If they want to shield, then by all means, go for it. And they do shield, so we're now even on shields. They could look to farm us all the way down. We know the Scrafty can handle this, the rest of this team, no problem. We just had to get past that Nidoqueen, which Toxicroak did for us. And they're doing the right thing. They're going straight Shadow Ball, because although these Shadow Balls are resisted, they really, really start to add up. And we can't tank much more of these, so we're going to look to bait with a Power Punch, knowing that they have a Pawniard, which is double weak to Scrafty, and they call the bait. Holy smokes, what a gutsy call. But it's still not going to help them because we can now counter down, but they baited us with a Bubble Beam. This battler is going all out, trying all that they can. Hats off to them. They are really giving this a good go. But this Pawniard does not stand a chance against our Scrafty, and they knew that. And it was lights out for them. Very fun pick. Hats off to our opponent. XL Pawniard. Very fun. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm telling you guys, with so many strong dark types, a lot of teams that I'm finding are not prepared for two fighters in the back. This is quite the powerful team comp here with Drifblim on the lead. And here we go, right on cue. Speaking of a strong lead, we had a Nidoqueen on the lead. And they make a play into Cofagrigus, so it is Scrafty time if I've ever seen it. Now, they go straight Shadow Ball. That is the way you play against Scrafty with Cofagrigus. Just like with that Jellicent, the resisted Shadow Balls really, really start to add up. And we get another massive lag spike. The game was super laggy last night. Not going to lie, guys, but that is okay. Not sure where they are on energy, but we are going to tank whatever this is. Most likely a Shadow Ball. We can tank it, but we can't tank too many more because they really do start to add up. We are up a shield. Gonna shield here and look to get rid of the Cofagrigus. We will shield everything else from here on out because we know that we can flip switch here on this Cofagrigus. We do have the type advantage, although they are resisting our fast food pressure. And Cofagrigus is just about in range of a power-up punch. I don't imagine they shield this, as they did not shield the foul play. They probably recognized that it was not going to happen for them, and that is quite all right. They're going to come back in with the Nidoqueen and look to farm us down. They now have loaded energy. We're going to come back in with Drifblim this time. Of course, Drifblim is the best answer on our team to Nidoqueen. And we tank these resisted Poison Fangs all day. Not a problem for our Drifblim. And we just go straight Icy Wind. We don't even bother threatening with the Shadow Ball because we don't need to. Icy Wind is more than enough to handle Nidoqueen. And it takes a little bit of the sting off of that overpowered Shadow Nidoqueen. And they finally make a play to clear the debuff into Umbreon. And it is Toxicroak time. We, of course, had the perfect alignment in this matchup. It happens. We get our fair share of this as well. It is pretty much a formality. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but I guess what I'm really trying to say is it's lights out for them. Toxicroak's going to run right through this Umbreon. And we did shield up the last resort because you never know if they're running a Community Day Umbreon, and nothing hurts more than no shielding a super effective Psychic from a Community Day Umbreon. And we throw some mud on the Nidoqueen, give it one counter, and we say bye-bye to that Nidoqueen. Toxicroak closing the game strong yet again. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm noticing that the Halloween Cup is pretty poison heavy overall. A lot of people running the strong poison types, and I don't blame them. Which is why I decided to build this team right here, guys. All the poison types right on cue, and here we go. My old pal, Ariados, that is a good lead, but they go into a Galvantula. So the Galvantula swap in. I will get off an Icy Wind. If you build just to the Icy Wind, they likely won't shield. They'll tank the damage, which puts it in a comfortable range for Toxicroak to handle. And because we also debuffed it, we can tank the discharge, not a problem. That is a much easier tank with that debuff. We, of course, cannot tank another one, so we are going to shield out of caution. Most likely the lunge bait. That is okay. We can counter down the bug-type Galvantula and flip switch with our Toxicroak. It is important that we align properly. We really want the Drifblim, of course, on the Ariados. So we're just going to get off a few debuffed mud bombs on our old pal Ariados on the other end there. And I'm just going to go straight mud bomb until they decide to take us out. These poison stings aren't doing a whole lot. We were going to get to another one, and they knew that, so they decided to throw some energy. That is quite amazing, because that is less energy that we have to tank on our Drifblim, and they've got a Mandibuzz, and we are down a shield. So I'm not sure. I think I could have played this a little bit better. So we go for the Icy Wind there. They, of course, tank that because they can comfortably tank a few Icy Winds, no problem. We wanted to time a catch. That's what we wanted to do. We lost track of the energy. So right here is where they are getting to their foul play. And should have hit that switch button. And as you can see, we were not spamming the switch, which allows them to take us out with a foul play. And that is bad news because they can easily swap back into that Ariados to clear the debuff. Because with as many debuffs as it has, the super effective aerial aces won't do a whole lot to Scrafty. And there they go. Yeah, they swap to clear the debuff. We're down on shields, and this Ariados is far too healthy up a shield for Scrafty to handle. They thoroughly outpace us to the neutral yet hard-hitting lunges from Ariados. So we're going to bait with a power-up punch, trying to give ourselves a shot, but they are not going for it. Actually, I don't even think we baited. I think we just went straight power-up punch there. And yeah, it's GG's for us. We should have timed that better on the Mandibuzz. That would have given us a much better shot at winning this one. But this Mandibuzz is too healthy and has a shield. It's not going to happen for us. They have a move locked and loaded to put us out of our misery. That is unfortunate. We could have won that one for sure. We just played that, didn't quite play that to the best of our abilities. And we paid for it in the end. We did drop that one. Not a big deal at all, guys. You can't win them all. You really can't win them all in Go Battle League. But you can never complain with a 4-1 set. That is amazing. And the Halloween Cup did really well overall with this team. I ran it for a few sets, had a few sets left over last night, decided to give this team a run, went positive overall, had 2-3-2 sets, and this nice, juicy 4-1 set, and had a blast with it. Mandibuzz, if you're wondering, is not a big deal, although we did just lose to it. We won more against Mandibuzz than we lost. I think this was one of the only losses that we had against Mandibuzz with this team. Drifblim with that Icy Wind can hang in there with Mandibuzz. It can definitely tank a foul play, no problem. And the Icy Winds really, really add up. And they either lose or they're forced to swap out to clear the debuffs. And that makes it very, very easy to manage Mandibuzz. And both the Pokemon in the back, depending on, the situation, can handle Mandibuzz as well to an extent. Really depends on health and shields and whatnot. But Scrafty more so. Scrafty can definitely handle Mandibuzz depending on the situation. So yeah, fun team. Very fun start off to the Halloween Cup. I always love the Halloween Cup whenever it is available. Halloween came a little bit early in Pokemon Go Battle League, and I don't mind it. I really always enjoy the Halloween Cup. Such a fun meta, such a very balanced meta. This is probably the best specialty cup that Go Battle League has ever introduced. Very fun meta. And Drifblim, yeah. So with Drifblim, I was really targeting the Nidoqueen leads in particular. A lot of people love leading with Nidoqueen. One of the more commonly utilized leads in the Halloween Cup is Nidoqueen. So I really wanted to target that and build a team around that. And I think we found a very good one, as Drifblim is one of the best answers you could possibly bring to a Nidoqueen. And you will win lead a lot because a lot of people run the poison types on the lead. And even with a Mandibuzz lead, it is very manageable. So had a blast with this team. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, do give the video a like, as you would really be helping the channel out. Hit that like button, really let YouTube know that you like the content. That way they can recommend it to others that might also like the content. But I had a blast, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.